Happy New Year, everyone, and we indeed are welcoming you back to the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, Game 1 of the College Football Playoff Quarterfinals. Penn State, Boise State. Plenty of time on the play clock. Madsen, swing pass, Genty. Cuts it upfield. Breaking tackles. Drives his way inside the 30, but at least a couple of yards short.
On the first tackle attempt.
45 yards out. Jonah Dalmas. Well left.
You can see just a middle block attempt, just trying to get push up the middle. Pulls the ball left.
That was Katron Allen. He's down the sideline with a cutback. Dragging tacklers to the doorstep of the red zone. Katron Allen.
And just watch the combination blocks on the perimeter. Watch Rucci, watch Tyler Warren getting the chip on the edge and then just working up to the second level.
Play action. Aller floats one in the back right corner of the end zone. Tyler Warren. Touchdown.
Boise State had no pass rush whatsoever. You just see Drew Aller just sitting there waiting for him to uncover as he works the back of the end zone and just lofts one to him, and beautiful pass. Penn State with the early lead.
Start adding up the bowl yardage until 2002. And here's Genty getting thrown down behind the line of scrimmage by denied Dennis Sutton.
8 per carry already.
Another handoff. Hurdling to that second level is Katron Allen.
Already got 8-man boxes already. They're just right now just getting beat at the point of attack.
4-man rush. Aller. He's going to take a shot. Amari Evans. Right down the chimney. Touchdown. We have to throw one over the top of their defense. They just did.
You're going to see him right here against the safety Ty Benefield, and he's just going to run. Now I want you to take a look at Benefield and look how he's kind of skating in his pedal. He's 10 yards off the ball, but you got to get out of there. He is not going to break that route off. You're sitting in outside leverage. You don't have any help to the post.
Low snap. Genty finds a crease. There's the first impact play for Ashton Genty. 12 yards and a first down.
Genty, they came with a little blitz off the edge. Safety Jalen Reed. Genty just finds a crease in that B gap, and he's off to the right.
Joins him in the backfield on first down. Genty again. Tries to get to the outside. What contact balance. That's what we heard over and over again. Did he lose the football? Did Genty lose the football on the sideline? He did. Penn State just took it away.
You're going to see right at the end of this play, Kobe King gets his hands on the ball, and that's just great awareness on the part of Zakee Wheatley to keep his feet in bounds to secure possession of the ball. Look at the left arm of Kobe King come in and punch at that ball. Don't let him even think. Don't even let him talk about it. We're going to come right back at him again.
Losing the football is Aller. At the mesh point, he coughed it up, and Shea Oladipo takes it back for Boise State.
You see Drew Aller just trying to pull the ball. It looks like maybe Singleton thought he was going to hand it to him. You can see him here just reading end man on the line of scrimmage. Looks like he wants to pull it. Singleton doesn't let it go, and running some play action of different types.
Genty, right up the middle. And he's down to the 22. And Genty not out there for third down and 1. Instead, they'll hand it straight ahead on a dive for a first down to Chambreeze Dubar. And Dubar's got the first down. Instead, it's a handoff right up the gut. Tyler Crow gets a push. Touchdown! A Boise State answer. An 8-play touchdown drive.
But they said that they would put their offensive line and their lines of scrimmage up against anyone. You see them, they just get a triple team at the point of attack. Tyler Crow using all 233 pounds with some help from his buddies. Boise's defense is starting to ramp it up.
Blitz coming. Aller under pressure. Sacked. Ahmed Hassani throws him down back at the 20-yard line.
You see the different rush packages. You're going to get this. You're going to get this on the outside. And Hassanin, you're going to see him just take one step, jab step, and then come right down the pipe.
Slant left, Lauder. Reaches to try to get the football to the line to gain and comes up a yard short. So now James Franklin will use one of his timeouts with 1:05 to go in the half. And still 2 timeouts for the Nittany Lions. 4-man rush. Aller, clean pocket, sideline, reaching up to make the catch. Amari Evans. They're going to go for it on 4th and 12. Boise State shows blitz again. Here they come again. Aller, one-on-one out on the edge, flag out. Trey Wallace grabbed by Devon Banks. On 4th down and 12.
Right now, Devon Banks is struggling. They have been going after him, and they have been trying to work him at the line of scrimmage with their releases, and they are pressing him down the field and making him struggle.
Defense number 20. Automatic first down.
You see it here at the line of scrimmage. He's back on his heels, can't open and run, loses his balance, and now he's in panic mode. He doesn't know what the receiver is going to do. He just has to grab and hold.
Certainly has the distance, and he's got it. So Ryan Barker ends the first half with 3, and Penn State back to a 2-score lead. A little tempo here for Boise State. Quick snap for Madsen. Out of the pocket. Across the middle, and he's got a hookup with Cameron Camper for a first down.
Well, Cameron Camper has to become a factor, just like Latrell Caples I talked about in the first half. Cameron Camper, the transfer from Indiana, is over.
Play action. Madsen rolling out. Wide open down the sideline of blown coverage. And Matt Lauder takes it the distance. Touchdown.
You're going to see Lauder right here. The Madsen reverse pivots. They just lose track of him. Whoever had him man-to-man, it's the play fake that gets them out of sorts, and they just totally drop him. The tight end throwback off the quarterback rollout. They have no answer right now for Kaytron Allen.
They're going to run it here. And getting outside is Kaytron Allen on 3rd down and 1 with a stiff arm. Tries to tightrope the sideline.
Second level, doing a nice job.
Blitz coming. Aller. Pocket collapses and down he goes. The blitz gets home again. Play clock at 4. Aller under pressure again. Steps up in the pocket, tucks it under and will run. Flag down. He dives. If the play stands, he's got a first down. A flag thrown far side in the secondary, and this will be holding against Boise State. Another blitz. Aller loads it in the back of the end zone. Jump ball for Tyler Warren. Touchdown. He's got a pair.
It's just so difficult playing this beast of a tight end. Just look at the extension. Taking the ball up high. Ty Benefield's like, what do I have to do against this guy? Trying to play the eyes and the hands, trying to punch the pocket. I mean, Ty Benefield is 6'2" and long, former basketball standout, basketball player in high school. But Tyler Warren at 6'6", 257 pounds. That's just almost uncoverable.
Boise State needs a 3rd down answer. Blitz coming. One-on-one to the outside. Squeezing it into a very tight window was Madsen to pick up 8.
This is a heck of a throw by Maddox Madsen. He throws this ball before Caples comes out of that break.
Genty makes a man miss. Nice jump cut. He's got the first down. Armful of air near the line of scrimmage.
Just look at this jump cut. You called it, Bob. Look at this. Bink. I'm just to the side. That looks like the combine drill that they run in Indianapolis every year that they put running backs through. When they have a bag in front of the guy and they tilt it one way and he has to go the other. Now they can pin their ears back and get after the quarterback.
Genty back in the game. They throw a screen out to him, and he's dumped by Dominic DeLuca. Dirk Cutter on 3rd down and long. It's a lob. intercepted. Zakee Wheatley all the way back out with a flag thrown at the end of the run. Lewis really surprised on 3rd and 25 they would take a shot like that.
The result of the play is an interception by Penn State. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by the intercepting team, number 33. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
3rd down and 25. Aren't you thinking more intermediate route and get into field goal range? Instead, Maddox Madsen forces one all the way down the sideline.
He never moves the safety. The safety is never fooled. You see him parked right there in the middle of the field. Even though he looks left for a brief instant, he's off the spot and he is flying. He knew what was coming. That's a huge, huge interception for Penn State. That's a critical error for Maddox Madsen.
So Zakee Wheatley with a Penn State interception, but this was the penalty that cost Penn State 15 yards. And it's denied Dennis Sutton, lining up Ashton Genty with a blindside hit as the play was ending.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's unnecessary. You don't need to do that.
Penn State loads up. Aller, a little bootleg fake. Sidearms one over the middle, incomplete. They try misdirection play action on 3rd down and short. And it looks like the punt group is coming out.
Still understand some of these calls sometimes, especially when you have the kind of firepower up front on the offensive line and at the running back position.
On 3rd down and 25 a moment ago, they got greedy and turned it over.
Exactly.
What do you call here?
This would typically be a screen down, a draw down.
How about just give it to Ashton Genty? He finds a crease. There goes Genty. He's got the first down. I guess the other option would be give it to the best running back in America.
I told you, you just can't let your guard down, and you see that gap open up. That's the most running room he's had all night long.
Another try for Genty. Making tackles. That's more vintage Ashton Genty. That was a lot of contact near the line of scrimmage, and he ends up with 10 and a first down.
What did we talk about before the game? Body blows, the body blows. He breaks 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles on this. Just watch this leg drive. 1, 2, keep fighting. 3, 4, 5, 6. Saw doing it the Mountain West Championship game against UNLV.
Madsen. Pressure coming from the backside. He doesn't feel it. Now he feels a mean man over and gets sacked back to the 21-yard line. No. Outside the right upright. Boise State comes away empty again. 2nd field goal miss for Dalmas.
That just takes the air right out of you. You move the football down the field. You feel like you're starting to establish some momentum, and you come up with nothing again. A heavy dose of this two-headed monster.
Atron Allen. That's exactly what Penn State wants. They've got 7. 5-man rush. Aller across the middle, right at the line to gain. On the crosser, it's Trey Wallace. And Aller stands in and delivers a pressure strike.
That's just such a good route by Trey Wallace. Ty Benefield has inside leverage on him. He has it at the snap by his alignment, and he just allows the receiver to cross his face and beat him on the dig.
This drive began with 9:20 on the clock. Singleton breaks free! Nick Singleton, house call, touchdown!
Just watch the drive by Drew Shelton as he gets a block and then gets up on the 2nd level. He got double pulls on the backside. And then just watch Nicholas Singleton. He just has to read it. But it's really the block by Drew Shelton. He gets the down block and then he climbs 2nd level and just rides the linebacker out of there. All Singleton has to do is make one cut and then just turn it loose. It's blocked perfectly. perfectly at the point of attack. We talked about body blows and the way in which Boise State uses them with Ashton Jeanty and how it has an effect on the defense as the game wears on. Same holds true for Penn State.
Longest run of the season for Singleton. Madsen, seam shot, intercepted. Zion Tracy basically ran the route for Latrell Caples.
On the second level, just watch Zion Tracy. Just watch it. He lets him release, and then he immediately gets into a trail position. Just lets him get past him. Little tug on the jersey, little tug on the arm, something that the refs aren't going to call, and then he just mirrors the route. Now he's just trying to watch the hip, gets his head around because he's got the wide receiver under control. Just how you want it. Some of the decision making by Madsen. Just weren't able to cash in.
Wide open. And down the sideline goes Kemp. Creativity for Maddox Madsen as he drew attention when he left the pocket. And now Ashton Jeanty heads to the sideline. It gets a bit of a curtain call for the Boise State fans behind the bench. They recognize it, and they're giving him a standing ovation. Madsen lobs one. That's going to be intercepted. Tyrese Mills runs it out, slides, and it'll be victory formation for Penn State with 18 seconds to go.